Good morning, everybody. How are all my friends doing today? Let me know below what you're hoping to accomplish today and what you're hoping to read. Quick announcement. I don't know if you saw it or not, but I posted in the notes right away. I love rolling the dice and I love just randomly seeing if we're going to have a nice hour-long sprint or what we're going to do. That's my favorite way to do sprints. But as I mentioned last Friday, this Friday and next Friday, all this week and all next week, Katie's doing driver's ed and somebody's needs to go pick her up. So unfortunately, I have to wrap it up around 1 o'clock, which means I can only do 30-minute sprints. So today and next Friday will only be 30-minute long sprints. And then we'll go back to our normal dice rolling, excuse me, after that, which I know we're all so excited about. But yeah, so I just wanted to make sure to say that right off in the bat. Let's see how everyone's doing this morning. And then I had, oh yeah, a really interesting bit of information to share. We have a Sam. Good morning, Sam. How are you doing? How are you feeling? I saw your post on Facebook. So precious, so cute. I love it. Right, Lynn? Right? Good morning, by the way. And I know I hate to do it. I like the long sprints, but when you got a kid, sometimes you got to change the schedule a little bit. Tina's like, it's not really Tiara here. It's Kim. She's hacked into the channel. Good morning, Tina. That's amazing. Oh, that's amazing. Thank you, Tina. Kim's actually in the background threatening me. You can't see her. She's off screen. Right? Oh my gosh, that's amazing. Hello, Aquiller. Happy afternoon. I hope you've been getting rest in and the rehearsals aren't getting to you too much. How are you doing so far this week? I'm good, ready for the weekend to relax. Yes, everybody needs to relax and catch their breath. I don't know about down south, but here it has been humid. Like you're drenched in sweat when you walk out the door, kind of humid. And I'm like, man, there's like 4 more months of this. It's about to get crazy here in the Midwest for real. Yes, Tina, you're so cute. Good morning. So I'm not officially doing a readathon like I said in my TBR game, but I unofficially joined the Pathfinders for Bree, 4 Paws in a Book. She does the amazing readathon each year. It's fantastic. It is a lot of reading. And so I wanted something kind of low key. And so I joined the Pathfinders, which means you get to fulfill any of the prompts you want at any time because you're not really doing it in the competition for points. It's more just so you can be there with your friends and enjoy doing the readathon. And I'm loving that. I got to be real. I'm loving it because she even makes these beautiful graphics of like little postcards for the places that you're visiting and stuff. And she creates these videos that are almost like you're getting that kind of quality from the movies. They're so good. She did so much work and effort into it. And it's absolutely a blast over there in the Pathfinders. So if you kind of maybe want to join something where there's no pressure for you to ever read a book the whole month, but you do kind of want to join, I recommend Pathfinders. It really is low key and so much fun. And you can join anytime. And definitely give her love because her channel is a lot of fun as well. So I've been doing that and I'll be reading things kind of matching up with the prompts and stuff for the Pathfinders. But yeah, so they're going to be doing sprints any minute now, I think. So make sure if you are in the readathon, you go check the sprint schedule and look for any notifications of sprints going on. I am never offended if you bounce off of me to go somewhere else. Love having you here, but I want to support these other ones 100%. Lynn says hi to everybody, to Kim, Sam, Tina, and Aquiller. Full performance mode. So no longer the rehearsals. First night, last night. Oh, congratulations, Aquiller. How did it go? I bet you got standing ovation. I bet it went beautifully. Between books. Okay. So about to throw the books I've assigned to each leg into a spinner wheel. Oh, I love that. Please film that and share in Discord with us. I'd love to see that, Lynn. That is so fun. Hey, Julie, how are you? Go Steel Watchers. I love that. That's we're having representation already of Bree's amazing readathon. I hope you guys went because I like all of them so much. They all look like so fun. Did you do the dragon? I'm curious, Julie, if you got to pick your dragon yet. Behind, but looking forward to reading a lot this weekend. Absolutely. Absolutely. And it's all in good fun, right? Like that's the whole point of the readathons. And so I wanted to let you know first a fun and then a I can't believe it announcement. We got about 5 minutes left before that first sprint. Fun, there's something called Dracula Daily. Have you guys heard about this? I hadn't heard about it until I was listening to my podcast that I love, the Reading Glasses podcast. And essentially, if you've ever wanted to read Bram Stoker's Dracula and you just thought it really wasn't for you because it's in a bunch of letter format, you can actually sign up. And I want to say it's draculadaily.com or something like that. But essentially, what they'll do is whatever the date, I don't know if you can see because I always have my screen on so bright, but whatever date it would be in the letters, they send you an email that puts it in now and day kind of language, just letting you read little bits of it along the way. And they say things that kind of give you the whole premise of what the world was like back then and stuff like that. So you feel like you're actually getting these letters to you. And that just makes it, I feel like, so much more accessible, and it is so fun. And I am having a blast with them. So if you're at all interested in Dracula, highly recommend you check out the Dracula Daily because I think you will love it. And Sir Vasha's here. Good morning, Sir Vasha. Good to see you. How are you doing? And Denise, good morning. Just got up making coffee. Oh, yeah. On the phone with my sister till almost 2 a.m. Nothing wrong, just talking. Oh, well, then I love that. I love hearing that sisters get to chat it up. I never had a sister. I wanted a sister. And Tina's asking Lynn, are you doing Tar, the amazing readathon? Lynn says hi to Julie and Sir Vasha. Hello, Grace. Reading You Had Me at Hola. That's actually on my want to read list. That looks so good. 53% in. What do you think so far, Grace? Yay to Aquiller for the production being live now from Tina. Amy says hello to everyone. Hello, Amy. Good to see you. And yep, Lynn is in Pathfinder. I get to see her post periodically. I love it. Servash is at home with Arya for summer break. Reading Martyr today, I think. It's really good. Excellent. What genre is that one? Because I want to say it sounds familiar, but I am not placing the cover or anything on that one. And Servasha says, hey to Lynn. Aquiller, I'm enjoying Pathfinder too. I've seen Aquiller post. As with the performance and doing so many readathons in the last few months, I'm very minimal reading this month. And that's exactly what Pathfinder's for. God love Bree for giving us a team so we can be a part of it and there be no pressure. It is perfect for that. And everybody's so friendly and so nice. I love, love, love it. I don't have a sister either, just an older brother. I'm not doing Tar. I'm at Camp Nightmare this month. Oh, that sounds so fun though, Amy. That sounds so fun. I have brothers as well. So I have a couple older and one younger. So I'm with you there, Amy. No Tar for me this year. Put in a 4-month slump last year. Yeah, I heard that a lot. I heard that a lot of people got in a slump. And so that's why I was like, Pathfinder's perfect. You could read one or none. You could just be there for the vibes and hanging out. And like I said, everybody is so nice. There's a couple people in there that keep saying, I'm going to read this. Well, now I'm in a slump and I don't want to read it. And everybody's just so encouraging and like, oh, hang in there. You got this, you know, and just hang out with us and stuff like that. Nobody gives anybody a hard time. So I say take a break if you don't want to do it. But if you do want to do it and not have that pressure, Pathfinders. Amy, reading Women Last Seen, and we'll finish it this morning. Ooh, that sounds spooky. I've done a daily Dracula before. It is fun. Okay, good. So Aquiller gives the stamp of approval. We have less than a minute, everyone, before our first sprint. Same, Servasha. I blame Tiara for signing. Tell me you're not having a good time, Lynn, with these beautiful postcards and with getting to, get to pick your dragon and stuff, and there being no pressure whatsoever to read anything. Tell me you're not having a good time, though. Tina, I'm reading The Bands of Mourning. Oh, that sounds sad. Oh, how are you liking it, though? Martyr's like a family drama. Okay. Loss and Addiction, Iranian American. I love the representation. I don't know if I could handle anything that heavy right now, but I think I have heard of this. So thank you for sharing for sure. Thank you, Servasha. All right. Well, we are about to go into that first sprint, everyone. And like I said, I'm sorry, I'm not going to be rolling this week or next, but we'll go ahead and come back after. And I still have that crazy announcement to tell you. I'm not doing it on purpose. It's going to take time. So happy reading, happy productivity, everyone. I will see you back here in 30. All right, we're back from the first sprint, everyone, even though it was so short. How did everyone do? What all did you get accomplished? I was able to eat breakfast, which was fabulous. And then I went outside because it's been raining so much here that I have several planters that look like they're drowning. So I have to like tip them over so that the water will drain out and they don't drown in there. Play with my cats a little bit and got to 77% in Soulmate Equation, which is kind of cute. And I am having a good time with it. How about you all? Excuse me. Yeah, I know Rumble. He's on the top of the crochet, of course. Yeah, Lynn, not at all. Not enjoying being in Pathfinders at all. Oh, okay, Tina. Okay, thank you. Okay, The Bands of Mourning is actually the third book in the Mistborn Era series. Okay, well, I'm glad you're liking it. Brandon Sanderson, he's the man, isn't he? I know, Sarvasha, right? It is shocking. Good morning, Kim. We may or may not have been talking about you earlier, Kim. I don't know if you read the chat up above or not, but there was maybe some comments about you having hacked my channel because we're only doing 30-minute sprints today and to blink twice if I was needing some help. I love Tina looking out for me. So yeah, just curious if you went up there and read those comments or not. It's good to have you here, Kim. Grace, 58% into You Had Me at Hola, and I hope you're still really liking it because I have that on my list. It's got a great rating on Goodreads. I can't wait to read it. Amy, I thought I would finish my book, but at 93%, you were so close. Started working on the inventorying of your craft. Oh, I hope you like it. I hope you're having a good time with that. I'm one of those weirdos. I don't mind inventory. I actually like it. I like anything lists, spreadsheets, organizing. Yes, I'm one of those disgusting nerds. Made a phone call and read 5 pages. Love that, Tina. In fact, talking about the organization, Kim blew my mind in her sprints on Tuesday because I said, because I think it was Tina said, I'm going to go look and see what she's currently reading on Goodreads. And I said, don't do that. There's like 68 books in there because I'm doing a thing now for this year where instead of just constantly rolling over the same books again and again to try to get to them, every time I mention a book on my TBR game, I am required to read that by the end of December. Rolling into 2026, any books I did not finish come off. I don't put them on a read later. They're just off. Because if I had kept putting them off at that point, they're ones I'm least excited about doing. And it becomes almost like a heavy weight on me. So I'd rather just kick them off. And if they come back in my mind later, I can always add them later. So that way, yeah, like I said, fresh start each, year. So yeah, there's like 68 books there. But Kim said, why don't you have separate shelves for your TBR games and say by month, these are the books on the TBR. And then you can pull them when you're actually reading them to your current reading. And I'm like, mind blown. That is amazing. I had such a good time doing that. Tina made some phone calls, read 5 pages. Excellent. Aquila read 22 pages and Voice in the Wind. Ooh, isn't this the series that hasn't been finished yet, though? I'm pretty sure this is the one that hasn't been finished yet. And I hope that you are okay with that because I heard it's kind of left on a cliffhanger. Lynn, Spinner Wheel picked Hard Reboot by Django Wexler. I love it. I love it. I love it. I am so excited. I had the big heart eyes excited when I saw that on Discord. Thank you for sharing. Sarvasha got to 20%. Have to finish this book today. You've got this. You've got this, Sarvasha. I believe in you. Kim ate breakfast, finished a single crochet border for one half of the blanket, and now working on the other. Great progress. Denise started listening to the Austere Academy from the series of unfortunate events. When Katie was younger, we went through those and we had such a blast. But they're not lying. It is unfortunate and kind of depressing at times. Yes. Did some work. Sam getting all the work things done. Well done. Yeah, Kim. You were discussed this morning. Amy, I have so many and thought that I would make a book fun of what they look like. So when I'm crafting, it will be easier and I might use them more. Actually, that's a great idea to kind of flip through and be like, okay, these are the things I have and what can I make out of that? And that's a great idea, Amy. You like organizing things too. You're my people. Kim also started Dungeon Crawler Carl a couple days ago. How far are you in it? I still am around that 250 page mark. I haven't progressed. So, see, I can organize for others, just not myself. Well, I appreciate you, Kim. You have great ideas. I love it and I appreciate you. Sarvasha, 16 books on the current reading. See, guys, it's not just me. Determined to read them all by the end of the year. That is an excellent goal, Sarvasha. I love that. A cooler, no, this is a complete trilogy by Francine Rivers. Oh, for the Church Ladies Book Club. Oh, that's so sweet. I love that. I want to say the one I'm thinking of had something to do with wind, though, I thought. And he just echoes the wind or something like that. And he just hasn't finished it yet. Andrea, hello. Only got 6 pages of Nostrilla left. Then I'm taking a break from sci-fi, read 5 in a row now. I don't blame you. Sometimes switching up genres can be a nice, break. It can give you a nice little break and breather. Kim, he just is going down into the dungeon, still very much at the beginning, but I already love Donut, right? Princess Donut is the bomb. I love her so much. She is the best. All right, so I wanted to tell you real quick, because we got about 3 minutes left. I wanted to let you know some crazy stuff that happened around here. I'm also going to make a video about this. That way I can kind of warn other self-published authors. But since publishing even book 1, I've had a couple of cold calls where people claim to be agents, literary agents that want to be my agent and to call them back or whatever. But when I call back, it just goes to an unknown number and voicemail that's not even set up. And it's just very, very red flags, right? Like very sus. And so my husband will Google into the number and stuff and be like, okay, yeah, it's a scam. We're not even going to mess with it. Recently, I had a woman call named Isabella Grace, supposedly, and she is from New York. And so she gives me this big spiel about wanting to be an agent, but she's an independent agent. So she doesn't actually work for a company, but she would love to represent me. And so we ask her the kind of things that you're supposed to ask to make sure it's legit. And she has some pretty decent answers. And we ask for an email. And so she sends an email and it has her home address as the address on it and stuff. And so we're looking into that. And it's like this broken down looking building that looks like it's not lived in. And so I'm asking her these questions when I keep looking this stuff up. I'm like, can you just give me references or something of other authors that you represent? And so she sends me a list, and it's a very nice looking resume. But on this list, it has authors like Carlos Ruiz Zafón, who wrote The Shadow of the Wind in 2001, and it became a bestseller. And she has a quote from him naming her and saying thank you, that's the reason why his book became so famous. And it's weird because the picture she sent and the way her voice sounds, she feels like she's in her early 20s, and she has a degree, so she would have to be at least 22. And 2001 was 24 years ago. So are you doing the math with me? She would have to be close to 50 years old. And that's definitely not who this person is I'm talking to. So I start bringing these up as questions that I have, and she's giving me shadier answers and finally just doesn't even call me back. And so hubby, I don't know if you guys have seen the show Catfish, but hubby goes on there and he looks at the picture, and kind of like they do on the show Catfish, he gets a search for it because my husband's IT and has the skills. And several names pop up for this. Facebook pages for a woman named Hassana Osman, I think, and Lily Williams, and everything from LinkedIn to Facebook to Instagram use this exact same picture. And there's like 12 different names that go with this picture. Blew my mind. I'm like, I'm just confused, I guess, because it's like, you do know I'm self-published, right? Like, I'm lucky if I make $7 every 4 months. Like, how much of a commission were you hoping to get out of this? You would get like 70 cents 3 times a year, and that's it. Like, is it worth all of this effort? Like, if you go work at McDonald's, minimum wage is going to pay you way more than that. So my mind is blown, but I want to make sure nobody falls for that actually does make money on their books. So I'm going to totally be putting up a video that goes into all that detail for you all. All right. I did steal most of the time on this one. I apologize. When we come back, we'll catch up on the comments and then go more into the fun stuff, the joke of the day, and all of that. But 30 minutes going on the clock. Happy reading, happy productivity. I'll see you all back in 30. All right. How did everyone do on our second sprint? We'll get caught up on the chats and stuff and then continue talking. Basically, I ended up getting dishes done, laundry done. So all my Fab Five is done, which is amazing. And I got to 21% in The Boyfriend by Frida McFadden. And it's strange. That's all I can say so far is that it's strange, but I am not bored. I will say that. So, yeah. And how'd you all do? Hubby says, Happy Friday. Hello and happy Friday, hardworking hubby. Amy, I always say that I'm the idea girl at work. Love that. I have great ideas on things, but I don't always have the follow through. So I'm forcing myself to do it, and I'll share in Discord a sample. Yes, please. I don't think I saw it yet, so I'll have to see it on the next sprint. I was up doing the dishes and stuff, so I don't look at my phone when I do that. But yeah, I like that you're the idea person. I am the follow through. I am less the idea. So I think we would make an excellent team, Amy. Sir Vasha Fourth Wing has been on my currently reading for 2 years. I love that though. That's fantastic, Sir Vasha. Oh my gosh. Oh, hubby can't wait to start Dungeon Crawler Carl. It's good. I think you'll love it, sweetie. Lynn, Dungeon Crawler Carl is a book that I've seen around. It's fun, but you have to like gaming or tabletop gaming, like D&D stuff. If you don't like video games or tabletop gaming, you may be bored with it and not understand the little Easter egg jokes that are in it. But otherwise, yeah, I think you would absolutely love it. Yeah, red flags for sure. So all of you, beware, do your due diligence when people approach you about something. Catfish, it is a good one, isn't it? So yeah, apparently I've caught one as well. So I'll be careful to only have said her name here on Sprints, but not in the video that I post because I don't want to be sued for anything. But yeah, like, come on, guys, get a real job. Quit scamming people. I mean, seriously. So shady, but looking forward to the video. Yeah, it'll be tongue in cheek because that's my style. So I hope you guys find it entertaining as well as helpful. Yeah, absolutely wild. So you guys just beware, okay? Always be a little bit suspicious. And I was polite the whole time. I said I don't mean to sound impertinent, but here's some questions I have. So always do that. Oh, thank you, Denise. Thank you. Oh, thank you for the reminder, sweetie, to boop the button and drink the water. Okay. Thank you. Started some laundry and read 10 pages. Tina was my laundry buddy. Lynn got 3/4 of the way through chapter 1 of Hard Reboot. What are you thinking so far? How are you liking it? Grace got 63% into the Ola book. I am so excited for you. Got more of the work done. You're going to get a break on the horizon, Sam. Amy read a moment, more inventory, and chatted with oldest daughter and listened to the grands argue a little. That sounds accurate, especially when they're little and they're siblings. It's completely spot on. Working. Yeah. Continue listening while working on a puzzle. Oh, Denise, that sounds so cozy and wonderful. I love that. Aquila, another 20 pages read. Now I'm going to have a rest before going to the theater, before your big production. Rest up, Aquila. Thanks for being here. It was great seeing you, and break a leg. Andrea finished. Oh, it's the most bizarre and disturbing sci-fi book you've read to date. Oh, it took me a month to get through 275 pages. That sounds like it was dense. Was it really, really dense as well? I'm glad that it was good, though. Kim, almost 2 sides of the second blanket border done now. Nice. Then they'll connect the 2 blanket halves. That's excellent. Great progress, Kim. How's the genre blanket going? You knew I was going to ask at some point. Lynn's still getting a feel for the book. I mean, it is just at the start of it, but I do like Django Wexler's writing style, so I'm hoping it ends up being a win. Oh no, did something just get released again? I'll have to check that out in the next sprint. Oh no. Please tell me not a third leg. Please tell me we've got a little time before that. We'll have a break for lunch soon, so tying up loose ends. That's smart. You're such a hard worker, Sam. Just definitely make sure you're feeding you and the little, and make sure you're resting as well. It's very, very important. Yeah, that's what I thought. But like you, I'm going to be like you and just not do a genre blanket for this year. 2025 blanket will be 2024's blanket because it just takes way too long for real. Maybe. Oh, We have the latest and greatest by Lynn being told. I'm nervous, excited to take a look. I'm worried it's going to be something completely crazy. All right. Well, the joke of the day for everyone is the easiest time to add insult to injury is when you're signing someone's cast. Insult to injury, signing the cast. Oh, come on. That's good stuff right there. I hear a lot of crickets for some reason. Denise to Lynn. Oh no, just checked. Oh no, you guys are scaring me about this now. Now I'm really worried what I'm going to read next sprint. Andrea, not dense at all, but lots of songs and way too much economic speak. Otherwise easy to read. Songs are so funny. That's like Lord of the Rings, with all of the songs that are in there. At times I was just trying to get into the story and I'm having to skip all the Elvish songs because I'm like, nope, can't do it. Yeah, once this blanket's done, I'll try to finish August. Yeah, same here. I'm in the same boat with you. And I blame Rumbletoes because he's constantly in there. Every single time I'm here and I have time to actually crochet, he's in there. I don't want to oust the kitten. Thank you. It was a good joke, right, Tina? Thank you. Thank you, Lynn. Thank you, kind of Kim. And the usual boo from Sam. I mean, come on. Oh, what is that? Is that that's really tiny. Is that the cricket's chirping? Denise. It took me a minute. I'm like, I can't tell what that little emoji is. And Denise gave me crickets. Man, come on. I thought we were friends. Also, in interesting news, in case you guys want to Google this, because I always say I'll pass on what I think are interesting news articles and things for you guys, but do your own homework and research. Don't take me as the authority on anything. I mean, anything. But it was interesting because I heard on the news that Chicago Sun-Times, which of course is a very, important paper there in Chicago, one of their writers used an AI bot to create the summer reading list for 2025. And guess what happens? Because it's AI, it was made up. It was wrong. So it had authors' names that we know and love with fake titles. That just sounds like something that they would write. So if you always write things like the pumpkin mystery, then it said coming out in the summer, you were going to be doing a tea mystery sounding title for a book. And the authors are like, we're not writing these books. Where is this coming from? And it was so crazy. And it became a thing that got blown up so much because one of the women that was actually on one of the podcasts I listened to, which is Book Talk, a friend of hers sent her that article and she's like, I can't find these books anywhere. I know you're in the book business. Tell me. So she did the research and saw that it was fake and put it up on her social media and then boom, it blew up big. So they've since done a retraction and an apology. And that writer got a slap on the wrist for not actually verifying when he used that AI tool that these were real titles. And in a funny turn of the events, though, one of the authors on there, and I wish I remembered and wrote down which author it is, so you have to do your own research, but one of the authors on there was like, you know what? That sounds like it'd be a fun book that I would write. So apparently he quickly pinned and it's in production now. So it's the one book on this list that's actually going to be a real book that'll be coming out soon. I was like, props to that author. That is incredible. But yeah, it just blew my mind. So be careful with AI, guys, is all I'm saying. Kim, plus it's all nicely positioned on my shelf, so it looks good for listing photos, and I don't want to disturb the genre blanket. I mean, that's fair. It does look really nice. And hubby says, Andrea, or to Andrea, is that Nostrilla by, okay, he knows I can't pronounce anything, Cordsainer Smith? I hope that's right. And Denise says, just kidding. Heard about that. See? Yeah. Isn't that just the craziest? And Andrea says, yes, Ryan, it is that author, that book. Right, Amy? Oh my gosh. Okay. Yeah. Right. Check your sources, people. Do a little verification. Did you read The Ballad of Lost Camel too? Smith's Instrumentally of Mankind series has been on my someday list, but I've never tried him. Yeah. Okay, so is this one that you're hoping to try sooner than the other series? I'm just curious. All right, guys. And with that, we're going to go into our third sprint. So happy reading, happy productivity. I will see you all in a half hour. All right, everyone. We are back from the third sprint. I used that to look up what was going on in Discord. Oh my gosh, the chaos. Thanks for the heads up on that, Lynn. Yeah, it's crazy. I can see why people would get burnout. I do, having to turn around and do books, like almost a book every single day kind of pacing. So I do totally get that. But I love that in Pathfinders, I was chatting actually in the group chat because one girl was panicking a little bit. And I'm like, that's the beauty of this group is literally whatever you want when you want as much as you want. So that's kind of fantastic. But the one I think I'm going to do for leg 3 when I get to it is probably going to be Bonded by Thorns because it's got that gorgeous grab your attention kind of top or cover that I think I could totally see someone at Pan Am, wearing that. So I'm all excited about that. But that'll be after I finish my sightseeing book of Throne of Secrets. And so for this one, I got to 87% in it. So almost finished with it. And this is way spicier than her YA. But I love it. I'm having a wonderful time with it. I'm really enjoying it. So enough about me. Let's see how you all did. Hubby was talking about wanting to know about the series because he's interested in trying that author on a different series. It's an older series than the 60s and 70s, so it can wait a bit. You don't feel like it's going to disappear. Andrea, no, Nostrilla is the first thing I've read from him. As I understand it, Nostrilla has a lot of references to the other works, though. Okay, noted. Thank you. Alicia, hello. Did I miss all of the sprints except one? Grocery shopping with little ones. That's how. But I'm here. Hello and welcome. And it's a little different, Alicia. Normally, when I can do hour-long sprints and 45-minute long sprints, depending on the dice, I'm normally only on like sprint 2. But for this Friday and next Friday, I have to do 30-minute sprints so that I can get Katie from driver's ed. So yeah, unfortunately, it's possible that several of the sprints are going to get missed. Hey, Rope, good to see you. How are you feeling? How's it going with all the school planning and everything? Good morning, Priscilla. Late but catching up on the chats. No worries. You're always welcome anytime. You know that. It's good to see you. Margot Rose says hi. Oh, I bet she hasn't yet. I don't think she can't talk yet, right? If I'm not mistaken, I don't think she can talk yet. But hello back, sweetheart. Swank, hello. Howdy, everybody. Happy Drive-In Theater Day. I didn't know that, or we would have gotten tickets to Tibbs. I love Drive-In. Yo-Yo Day, happy Churro Day. Make sure to boot the like button. Thank you so much, Swank. How's your day going so far? Sam got more work done, but now it's lunchtime. What are you going to eat, Sam? I hope you have a nice, good lunch. And we have a Christina. Hello. Good to see you and your public service announcement. That's so sweet and covers all the bases. Thank you so much, Christina. It's good to see you. Amy, so glad I decided not to do it. I know it was too much for me after Escape last year. Yeah, I mean, just don't put pressure on yourselves for sure. Like I said, Yep. Leg 3 is fun to watch the video, and I'm going to go ahead and plot the next book I want to do, but I'm going to finish the book that I'm on. Then I'll move into something else. Tina ate breakfast while watching Good Mythical Morning. Watched what food is the most flammable episode. I want the spoiler. What food is the most flammable, Tina? I need to know. Christina says hi to Sam and to Tina and to Kim. Amy, finished my book and made some headway in the inventory. Love that for you. I want to see a finished product, that book that has everything in it. Denise, change of reading plans. Started reading Hello, Beautiful. I heard that's a good one. I've heard a lot of people say good things about that one. Alicia says hi to Sam. Tina says hi to Christina. Priscilla, finally reading Ruthless Vows. Love Divine Rivals. I did too. But now I'm in new territory. I know not everyone loved it, but I'm keeping an open mind. Definitely keep an open mind. I enjoyed it. I have a beautiful copy on my shelf, but mostly because the Divine Rivals was 5 stars, I gave the Ruthless Vows 4 stars. But that was just me. Most people, absolutely loved it. Rope says hello to Tina, Sam, and Alicia. Alicia says, I got you. Good to know. Yep. Fast sprints today. Christina says hi to Amy, Lynn, Aquiller, Servasha, Denise, Andrea, Ryan, Grace, Rope, Alicia, Swank. Love it. Alicia, I'm finishing up 2 books hopefully today on nonfiction. I am not saying that out loud. So unbeep your habit and God Killer. Wow, Rope. Well, she didn't say hi as much as, okay, that checks. Such a cutie patootie, though. I love anytime you give us updates on Kim's Discord. So cute. Tina, hi to Rope and to Margot. Little Margot. Alicia, hello to Christina. Sam, I picked up a Dolly Parton frozen meal, beef stew. We'll see how it is. Well, Dolly Parton is a national treasure, so I hope it tastes really good. Christina, doing some admin and reading Experimental Magic by Iris Beaglehole. Ooh, I hope it's good. It sounds exciting. Denise says hi to Christina, and Sam says hi to Christina, and Alicia. Alicia says hello to Rope. I love when everybody says hi. Rope says, part of me feels bad for hopping onto a tar spring yesterday, despite not doing it this year. But another part of me is just glad I supported the creator by showing up at the sprints in the first place. Absolutely. It helps their algorithm. Anytime you guys tune in, just so you know, even if you just have videos playing in the background or you're there for their sprints and stuff. And also it's very, very nerve-wracking to do sprints, guys, because talking is really one way. It's nice when we have comments at least to read, but you don't ever get to see the other person or hear them. That's when we do our quarterly planning. It's on a Zoom because then I actually get to see your beautiful faces and hear your voices and chat. It's nerve-wracking talking just to a screen. It really, really is. So anytime you can, hop in and support those creators, even for just a few minutes of sprints, hitting the like button for their algorithms, and they get watch time on their channel from that. And then any comments you can give them, it does show that support. And honestly, Brie put so much work into this. Oh my gosh. And before her last month, of course, was Escape the Readathon, Lexi's channel. So much work gets put into that. And then before her was Cassidy's on her channel for Realmathon. So much work gets put into that. Mine is like a self-paced easy compared to that. So yeah, I think you did beautiful, Rope. And on behalf of Brie, I say thank you and definitely do that. Tina, out of the ones that they tried, Cheetos were the most flammable. I'm going to have to tell my family because we love Cheetos. That's fantastic. Oh my gosh. Oh, I never would have guessed that. Honestly, I never would have guessed that. What is in Cheetos that makes them burn so well? Christina, also getting ready for the downtown open house this evening. Oh, fun. We are heading to the library for their start of their summer readathon party. I love this. Have fun. Everybody support your libraries. I demand it. Then Sam says hi to Rope. Rope, I'm actually reading a book that my sister had lying around, Brain Rules for Baby. Aww. It's actually a very fascinating psychological book about parenting and child development. I love that you're being a part of this so much, Rope. That is so sweet. I love that. You're such a good guy. Alicia, I usually change. Yeah, you put it up again. I usually change unbeep to unclutter. So just call it unclutter your habitat to keep it clean. Thank you. I try to keep swearing to a minimum, guys. Come on, I got a kid. Rope, alas, or also 2 of you in that chat haven't booped the like. Yes, I see you over there. Boop the like, boop the like. Thanks, Rope. I appreciate you. All right, we've only got about a minute left, and we will go into that final sprint, everyone. Before I do, I wanted to share real quickly a piece of news that my hubby shared with me. GameStop, for all of those of us who love doing video games, apparently one of their stores, their AC broke, and so they were of course really, really hot, but they had to get all these the inventory for the new Switch that came out ready, all the pre-orders and everything. And so they were trying to tape the receipts to know who got what box of new Switch, and the tape wasn't sticking because it was so hot and humid in there. So some genius had the idea of taking an industrial stapler and stapling the receipt to the box. Do you know where I'm going with this, guys? Apparently, it went through the box and through the display screens of those Switches. Yeah, that's not so good. So my heart goes out to them for sure, because somebody got fired for that. It wasn't just It happens. Yeah. Yeah, Christina, can you believe that? Oh my gosh, I feel so bad for them. I would have been like, I didn't think it through. Yeah, not good at all. Exactly. Oh, you saw that. Yes. Oh my gosh. And if that was one of my boxes, I would be so angry too and disappointed. All right, everyone. 30 minutes on the clock for the last sprint. Happy reading, happy productivity. I'll see you back here in 30. All right, we're back from the last sprint, everyone. How did you do on that one? I ended up getting to 95% in Throne of Secrets. So I am, that was Rumble. I am so close to being done. Oh my gosh, it's really revving up. I need to know. I also went for a snack in honor of Tina and what she discovered. I decided to make myself flammable. How did everyone else do on that sprint? You'd be in tears, Alicia, if that had happened and it was your Switch that got damaged. That's fair. That's fair. I would too. Or if it happened to you and you had done that on accident. Yeah, I mean, you're not wrong, Amy. You're not wrong. Yeah. Talk about a bad day at work. I'd be so sad to have opened that box. Oh, I know. Because nobody knew until somebody actually opened it and then started talking about it. They could have just used stronger tape. I mean, I want to say painter's tape is like for that very reason that you can use painter's tape even when there's a lot of humidity in the air, because painters obviously have to have it working through all kinds of conditions. So I want to say that might have been a smart thing to have at the store. Right? No, I knew what you meant, Amy. We're all geeks, I tell you. Love it. Proud of it. Sam, verdict on the Dolly Parton beef stew frozen meal. Top tier of frozen meals, which since it's backed by Dolly Parton, I'm not surprised. Thank you, Sam, for giving us the review of it. I love that. Oh my gosh, Vanessa. You're so silly. Oh, look at me grow. Thank you, Vanessa. If you guys don't know, Vanessa's incredible. You need to check out her channel, Reading with Dr. B. She's the one that has that magnificent spreadsheet where no matter when you want to sprint, you click on it and it tells you readathons that are going on and it tells you who's sprinting, where, and when for sure. But congrats to you for being a rep now. I am so excited, or I should say influencer. I have to admit the song You Should See Me in a Crown popping up on your reel was like chef's kiss. That was incredible. No worries. You're probably already at work. Just know subconsciously I said good things. In office days now. Oh, bummer. But thanks for popping in to give love. That's wonderful. Tina switched the laundry over. Excellent. And read some more pages. The perfect sprint, I think. Talk to hubby doing the budgeting stuff. Wah, wah. Oh, Alicia, I hate budget stuff. It is so important, but I hate that. But I am glad you got to talk to hubby. Sam had some lunch. Denise folded some laundry. Excellent. Made it to page 17. Son and one of my granddaughters just came over. It's her last day of school. Celebration. I bet she was excited to now have some, summer break time and hopefully relax fun time. Yeah. It's fire. I tell you though, they never put as much in there as you think they will, though. It's like the bag is almost always 2/3 air. And Christina said, hey to Vanessa, hopefully before Vanessa left. That went fast. I did a little more inventorying and no reading. It did go fast. Those half-hour ones, that's why we all vibe with the 45 minutes, an hour long. Don't forget, next Friday will be just like this one, but then we're back to normal after that. Katie only has 2 weeks of driver's ed. Dolly's the best. I'm not surprised that her backed product was good too. Yeah, Amy, absolutely. Christina, for more sprinty fun and readathon info that I mentioned before, thank you, Christina. This is why she became a moderator, to do all the hard work for me. There's the link to the spreadsheet that I was talking about. So thank you for that, Christina. Absolutely. Short but sweet. Have a beautiful day yourself. Alicia, tracking the budget like a hawk as we are almost done with our debt-free journey. Oh, that's amazing, Alicia. I'm so proud of you. That is incredible. What hard work. That is amazing. Rope 70% finished with Brain Rules for Baby. 100% finished with my reread of One Piece, volume 106. I love that you're on the One Piece. You give us all the info. Absolutely, Alicia. Thank you so much for being here. And Rope laughed at Tina. Christina, my son's summer break doesn't start until Friday the 13th. Well, that's the way to end it. He should go in like one of those Friday the 13th mass. And you know it was coming, the public service announcement. Thank you. And Christina says, yay to Alicia. And Denise, thanks for the sprints. Have a great weekend, everyone. You too, guys. Thank you so much for being here. And Denise says to Alicia, wow, great job. Yes, absolutely. Thank you guys so much. I always love hanging out with you. I hate to run, but 1 o'clock is coming quick and I need to get her so that she's not left at driver's ed all alone. That'd be kind of ironic, wouldn't it? Anyway, take care, guys, and I will see you all next Friday.